Welcome back, everybody, to Inappropriate with Jim and Steve, Baltimore's best podcast.
Welcome back, everybody, to Inappropriate with Jim and Steve, Baltimore's best podcast.
Hanging on to that title.
Baltimore's most infrequent podcast.
Yeah, we don't want to give you bullshit. So, well,
And that's pretty much bullshit because you had every chance to call me.
yeah.
I'm here.
I know.
I'm sitting in my studio every day waiting for you to just knock on that door.
Told me I got to get to a better schedule with these things. So, but we promise. I'm not going to promise.
All right, a couple of things real quick. I've mentioned Kyle on here. You know Kyle.
Yes.
We did the MD72 Fest again this year.
Mm-hmm. Explain the MD72 Fest, just so people don't know.
Yes, I should not assume people know because probably no one that listens knows what that is. Thanks for slowing me down there, Steve. So MD72 Fest is once a year. You form a team of your closest, most creative friends, and you make a film in 72 hours.
So you write it, come up with it, write it, cut it, film it, cut it, edit it, all that stuff in 72
They have
hours.
it's kind of a big hoorah on a Thursday night. They give you surprise parameters in which you would have to incorporate into your film to prevent like you from doing like just turning a film beforehand or like already having something ready. It's supposed to be everything done at once.
It's like those cake cooking shows, like
Exactly.
Iron Chef, where they're
it's
just
the
like
Iron Chef of amateur filmmaking in Maryland. So
your thing is ketchup.
our two parameters were a period piece and a unreliable narrator.
Do they provide things for you?
Nothing.
Like background, like settings or
Nope.
anything? Nope. Oh, so you've got to be really creative.
Yeah. So I mean, most teams will start brainstorming like a week or 2 weeks before and try to find, okay, we have we can film here. We can film at my house. I have woods by my house. We can film.
Okay.
We have access to my car. I know somebody with an empty warehouse. Like, so you kind of get all your stuff together so that when you get your parameters, you can go, oh, this width fits, and we just write it.
I legit, when you explain it to me, I think it's like every contestant's in a room and you're all there for 72 hours. Like, you can't leave. So you have to film, like, you can't go different places and things like that.
No way. You can, I mean, so
that's why I asked if they provide anything.
Yeah. I mean, you just go and get and then you go off. And there's teams that are like a family, a team. It could be your mom and dad and the kids. There's teams that it's one person. And there's teams that are huge. And there's student filmmakers, amateurs, and pros. And so you just get your parameters and you write Thursday night. You start filming on Friday. We filmed Friday, and then we finished filming Saturday, and then Kyle started editing, sometime on Saturday, got handed off to color grading and sound, and we turned it in. It has to be turned in by 9:00 on Sunday. And I think the max is 7 minutes.
Now, you did post some behind the scenes stuff on
Instagram.
Instagram, and a fight broke out.
Oh, yeah. So that's actually more interesting than fucking the rest of the story.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, not the rest of the story, but that's more interesting than filming. So in Frederick, I've been downtown Frederick once, and we went out, and it was
people go to downtown Frederick to fucking antique.
They do have a lot of antique shops, and it's like a very clean Fells Point, if you're familiar with Baltimore.
It has this like little river that runs through the middle of it.
We were filming right there.
Yeah, and then little bridges.
Yeah, it was nice, and they got some nice bars and restaurants. It's a fun time. It's an hour and 10 minutes for me, so it's not like, let's go to Frederick for dinner. That's also keeping me from like, if the weather's like not great, maybe I'll I gotta stay home. But so anyway, we're filming, and the entire time we're actually filming outside, right at that river area. Mm-hmm. And there's a pack of bums that are just.
I love how you say pack of bums.
It was, you know how like bums just hang out and they just fight all day, and it was like 2 guys, 2 women, might have been 3 guys. People were just coming and going, but there was maybe 6 or 7 of them, and there's this little like underpass, like a football field away and it's echoing, so you could just hear them. And like I don't know what people fight about all fucking day. If you're homeless, what are you fighting about? It has to be drugs, alcohol. Like you're hanging out together all day.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so people might get on your nerves, but they're screaming at each other. And then this chick, and she was heroin chic, would just stomp off, and then another guy would come back. One guy got undressed and took a bath in the river. We had to do takes between the fighting because you're not going to go to a pack of homeless people, a pack of wilds, and just tell them like, can you quiet down? Like, we need a good take. So we had to do this between the yelling. But so anyway, one of the guys leaves, and then I guess he had a change of heart. He comes back and he's like, I'm going to fuck him up. So then he picks the guy's girlfriend, I assume it's his girlfriend, and tries to throw her in the river. But they're all drunk, and they're all high or whatever they're on, so they're never doing anything at full capacity. But anyway, he falls, she falls, she's screaming back at him. Then I guess her boyfriend, who's also within the fucking pack, starts fighting. Them two get into it. One of the guys pushes him over. He falls over this little wall and tumbles down a bike, and then he runs off. So the river isn't that big. It's kind of like a man-made river.
Yeah.
So it's, I don't know, 30 feet. So it's not like a huge thing. Well, anyway, the guy walks up this bridge and comes back where we're filming. Right through the middle we're filming. He rips off his shirt. He's doing it for the camera. You could tell like he's just hamming it up.
Yeah.
And then he's cussing at him. And then he's yelling at the other guy, which is still across the way. And then, I swear, out of a fucking movie, they were like, meet me at the bridge. And so they're both walking,
Are they yelling at
each other. And then the one guy looks over us and pulls out like a switchblade. And he's like, there's going to be fucking blood. like he's trying to like have a catchphrase and shit.
Yeah.
So James, our DP, the director of photography, the camera guy, like he's filming this. Like we're not even doing it.
Why wouldn't you?
And I mean, we have 4K of this.
Uh-huh.
And they're up on the bridge, and I'm filming, and
it just becomes fucking Michael Jackson's Bad.
Yeah, and the one guy pulls out a fucking his switchblade, and the other guy's like they both have their shirts off, and the other guy pulls out a switchblade. So the guy that first pulled out the switchblade that said there will be blood or whatever the fuck he said, he starts retreating, and the other guy's like.
Oh, the other guys must be a knife tactician.
Yeah, he pulled it out, was like
he did the swinging thing
the
with
flip,
it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'd fucking back off a little bit on that guy.
Right. So then they kind of meander, the one guy's just retreating his exact steps back to us, and the other guy's like a fucking horror movie. He's not running. He's just walking. I guess he knows where he lives, right? Like he's going back to the bridge. And then you just hear the cops. So like 4 cops come in and they yoke the one guy up who was doing like the slow walk. Mm-hmm. The one guy that was running his mouth the whole time threw the switchblade in the river. And then he got arrested. And so
he knew that river's not deep. He's like, I'll get this I'll get my blade back.
So then the cops came over to us and was like, did you guys record any of that? We were like, no.
Oh, you didn't? Well, yeah, because they would have kept your video.
Right.
Yeah. You are from Baltimore. You don't fucking snitch.
We were running out of time because this was going on. You know what I mean? Yeah. So like we needed to get the shot. Yeah. So we were just like, no, like it's 2 bums. They're going to be back here tonight. Like so whether we give the foot, like who's going to jail? Nobody's going to fucking jail. Anyway, they get hauled off and 2 more or 3 more cops come back and they're trying to fish this. They don't know where the blade is at. They just know that he threw it. Mm-hmm. So he's got one of those fishing magnets and they're trying to like fish it out. They never got it. So to wrap this up, this was going on for like 2 hours. We finished filming, we're packing up, and then the one cop, he's walking back through as we're packing up, and we're like, "Hey man, did you get this? Did you get the knife?" He's like, "No." But honestly, guys, do any of you have a knife? And we were like, "No." He's like, "Just any knife will do. Just give me a knife." I'm like, I'm not gonna help frame this homeless guy. He's trying to frame the homeless guy. And then, so when we were actually leaving, 2 more city workers came up and started putting on like dive gear.
Jesus, all for this, and they didn't even like come to fisticuffs.
No, and this is how you know there's no crime in Frederick.
Yeah.
When you can have all these resources for one fucking rusty switchblade. And so I go over to the city guy who's like strapping up, and I'm like, I guess you pulled the short straw tonight. He's like, yeah, I was almost off work. So I guess there was a new dive team to come in and try it. I never knew. I don't know if they got it or not.
God, that is so funny. Could you have assisted and been like, I think he threw it like...
Well, we did for that because we were right there. So
yeah.
But even though like it's weird because you see it go in, and we're telling the cop it's like because they got lily pads and everything. You know, it looks like a nice looking.
Yeah.
And we're like, it's right. It's like right there. He just couldn't get it.
It's always like, you remember like in old video stores when we were growing up, like Blockbusters and stuff. They had that wall where you could put the coin in the. If the coin landed on like a platform, you would win like a free rental.
Yeah.
You put that bitch in, it goes all over the place. So it doesn't make me think that it would be hard to find that fucking knife in the water.
So yeah, it was interesting. Add a little pepper and spice to our film shoot.
We at work we have TVs in some of the offices, and they're connected to YouTube, and we watch Kensington Avenue, like a live stream of Kensington Avenue in Philadelphia all the time. And if you don't know, it's like just a heroin alley. And there's someone that monitors the camera and will turn it when stuff's going down.
Huh.
So we watch like drug deals go down. They always set up shop in front of this, like, it's kind of like a store. And I feel so fucking bad for the guy because every day you see all the bums on the steps, and then they'll put like a rug up so that the people walking by can't see him smoke crack or do heroin.
Little ambiance.
And then they get chased out by the store owner. He cleans everything fucking up, and then it's done. And then 2 hours later, they're back just doing the same shit. It's always shit.
I guess if that's your livelihood, that's what you got to do, right?
Homeless
but like,
people.
Who's shopping there that wouldn't be accustomed?
It's one of those stores that make you wonder how it's even still. I think
it gets robbed more than it gets.
No, it's more of like, what the fuck does this store sell? I don't know what it's. I can't tell you from the outside what it sells. It probably sells like a specialty item that you can only fucking get there.
So if anybody's curious, I did record some of the bum fight. I think I put it on my personal.
You did like it, yes.
Okay, so I put it on my personal Instagram at your boy James.
Yeah.
If you care. Oh, real quick before we move on, my at ESA for the ESA. I did change that, and I want everybody to follow it for my production company. So it's not at ESA Movie anymore. It's at Eclipse of Films, and it spells like an eclipse, but with an A at the end.
Yep, and if you can't spell, then fuck off. Ask Google.
go find at your boy James, and then there's a link from that.
Yeah. Well, you know who else had quite a run-in with knives over the past weekend? Mark Sanchez.
That was a good transition. I know you've been trying to nail these transitions for a couple. That was a solid transition.
All right. Yes.
So I did read about that, but I knew this was right up your wheelhouse, and so I only got the overarching theme of what's going on. So give me the details.
Yes. So Mark Sanchez was leaving a bar on, I don't know, whatever, like one night, and he's like walking to his car, and it passes a truck driver who was doing like Uber Eats and he just delivered food, and he was in the way of Mark Sanchez, like somehow there's no video
like physically
of it.
In the way, or
like his vehicle, him, everything, something was in the way, and Mark Sanchez is a fucking, I guess, a jock, and was telling, like, probably pulling the, like, you know who I am, get out of my way. and a fucking altercation came, and they both got into a fight where Mark Sanchez broke the guy's jaw. Jesus. And beat the shit out of the guy, and the guy ended up pepper spraying Mark Sanchez, which didn't stop him, and then ended up pulling out a knife and fucking stabbing Mark Sanchez. So Mark Sanchez goes to the hospital, and then all the news you hear is that
he got stabbed. That's what I heard initially. Yeah.
Yeah, you hear he got stabbed, and then everybody's out there being like, "Oh man, prayers with fucking Mark Sanchez, all this stuff, so bad this happened to him." And then now he's facing felony fucking charges.
Rightfully so.
For assault on the fucking Uber Eats driver. And he was like in his hotel, not his hotel, the hospital room. And the police came in and handcuffed him to the fucking bed. So he's like, as soon as he recovers, he's going to fucking jail.
I saw the other guy, and he looks like a frail old man.
He was like in his like mid to late 60s.
Right.
Late 60s, early 70s. As you get older in life, the idea of fighting, unless you're homeless and you have nothing better to do, there's no fucking point in fight. And he knew he could probably take this fucking guy.
Speaking of fighting when you're older, I have managed to, I think I've always been pretty good about not fighting. Like there's a logical part of my brain that will pop up no matter how mad I get, that will go, not worth it tomorrow.
Yeah.
And it'll just enough to pull me away. And then of course, as you said, once you get older, you don't have to avoid fights. You just don't, you're not ever in the realm of fighting.
Yeah, and then if you're in a place where where you feel it's a little volatile and you're like, energy's kind of weird here, you remove yourself from the place.
You can see it coming a mile away.
Yes.
Most of the time. So about a week and a half ago, my wife went with our neighbor to the Wine Fest in Bel Air. Mm-hmm. So I was like, yeah, I'll pick you up, whatever. So them two, they went out and drank. And then I went to pick them up. And they have this, it's pretty busy because it ends at like 5 or something. So they have this line of cones off the side of the street where you can, if you're pickup or Uber or whatever, you can pull up. So I pull in with my truck and I'm like, the cones stop about halfway and then I'm about another halfway. I'm about 2 cars from the very end. But anybody who pulls in behind me can get out.
Yeah.
So I'm just sitting there waiting because she knows I'm waiting. And this fucking like drunk white lady, like looked like a fucking Karen, probably 60s. Mm-hmm. She's just like mouthing the words, "You're an asshole."
To you?
Well, I didn't, like I looked at her saying it, but I thought she was with her husband, who they were both fucking off their rocker drunk. And I just I glance over and I'm just listening to the radio. Festival. I'm just like,
yeah,
they're
just waiting for your wife to show up.
They're not talking to me because we haven't had any interaction.
Yeah.
So I look over again and she's like getting like animated. And I'm like, these fucking drugs. So I wind down my window. She doesn't know I wind down my window. So then I start pulling up, like, because they're about maybe 10 feet in front of me. And she's like, "You're an asshole." And I was like, "Are you fucking talking to me?"
Didn't we just say that when you get older? Yeah.
But this is going on. Like,
yeah.
She's like, there's something happening, right? That I'm not aware of.
You're not aware of.
And then she's like, "You're a fucking asshole." And then her husband comes over, was like, "What'd you say to my wife?" I said, "What the fuck? She just called me an asshole." And then he comes over and raises his hand like he's going to hit my truck with his wine glass. Dude, it was at that moment I fucking slammed on my, I was only slowly drifting. Yeah. I slammed on my brakes and I threw it in park. And I was like, I reached for the fucking door. I'm like, I'm going to knock this fucking guy out. Like, he had this smug look on his face and he's giving me the finger. And I still have no idea what the fuck. They're just 2 drunk fucking idiots.
Yeah, yeah.
But for whatever reason, they were also waiting for a ride. And they didn't think I was pulled up far enough for them so their ride could pull right next to them. They would have had to walk 10 feet either in forward or back. That's the only thing that it could have been.
Did you see them get in their car?
Yeah. So, dude, I'm telling you, there was about 5 seconds where I was willing to throw everything in my life away to knock this guy out. It took everything in me to not fucking lay this guy out.
Dude, I would pay $100 billion to see you get fucking like irate, angry.
Because it doesn't happen.
It doesn't happen.
But it was just, there wasn't even like, there's two sides to an argument, right? They were just drunk and I was in close proximity.
Yeah.
That was it.
Whoever was going to be in that car, it would have been
anybody.
That person.
Dude, I was to the point, I was like, I got insurance. When that car picked him up, I was going to ram the fucking car. Like, it crossed my mind to really do that. And I'm like, I don't know, that could be an Uber driver, it could be their innocent daughter. You know what I mean?
You would have been in a fight with the fucking Uber driver.
Right.
Because he's like, you wrecked my fucking car.
But it was, I just know what would have had I got out, I would have punched this guy. And like, people, they were already yelling at other people because other people were telling them to shut up that were also waiting.
Oh, yeah.
So like,
so they're in the wrong.
Those people were definitely in the wrong. However, the phones would have come out when I got out of my truck.
Yes.
And just saw me walk up and hit this drunk old man and knock him out. And then I would probably have to hit her because she would have probably came at me, right? So I either had to push her really hard. Either way, like, that's going to be the clip.
Yes.
And no one would give a fuck what happened prior.
Yeah, it would have just been you getting out of your car.
Some aggressive redneck in a big truck.
Yeah, getting out of a car, walking up and punching a poor guy walking back from the wine festival.
And
you would have been in all those TikToks where they're like, "Find this guy."
Oh yeah, my life could have been over in theory. Maybe not. It was just a fight, but at the same time, like, you never know.
Yeah, I do agree because that woman would have fucking come at you.
Sure.
Yeah.
If not first.
Yeah. Because I had a scenario where I didn't hit the woman and it backfired.
Oh, the one that you got a black eye?
When I got a black eye. Yeah.
I love that.
I don't think. Have I told that on here?
It might have been back in the Jim Joe Steve show. So
I'll just recap it real.
I want to hear it again. It's always a fun time.
We were at a bar in Baltimore. It's now called Johnny Rad's, but it was an old bar called Kelly's, which had karaoke. We were going somewhere else, so I kind of went out and went to go get a head start, and there was just a car crammed with fucking all these people. And in the middle of, they're trying to get, like, it was 7 people trying to get in a car that's like ready for 4 people.
Right.
And they're just all cramming in there and they're like, "Move, Darren. God damn it, move, Darren." And I'm just walking by and I'm trying to be funny and I'm like, "Yeah, fucking move, Darren." Apparently they didn't take kindly to some stranger trying to do that to them. So they all get out of the car. And Darren and his girlfriend and then all their friends start fucking... It's the mouthing fight. Like, where they're, like, getting in my face and they're like, "We're going to fuck you up. You know, you don't yell at us," and blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, I just said fucking move, Darren. It wasn't that big of a fucking deal. And they're all fucking... It's all coming to, like... I'm like, it's just going to be words. We're good. But then... my group of friends come around the corner, and some of the people that with us are hot-headed and and they were like, "Yeah, we'll fight." So they see me arguing with them, and then they just run in and just start swinging punches, and everyone's like tussling, and I was like, "Holy shit!" And then I kind of, push a couple people, then get out of the way, and I was just like, "All right, I'm good," and I'm trying to calm myself down because your adrenaline's going, the adrenaline's pumping, and you're ready. And I was just like, "Fuck this!" I'm trying to just let me calm down so we can make sense of fucking everything that just happened. And I turn, and fucking Darren's girlfriend's there, and she's just staring at me, and I was like, "What the fuck do you want?" and she punched me straight in my eye. Punched me straight in the eye. And I was like...
Did you stumble?
No, I didn't stumble. My head rocked back and I was like, I said, you just gave me a black eye, you bitch. And I didn't hit her. I just like fucking walked away. And then she's calling me a bitch and all that stuff. And I always feel like that's the thing that women do that tends to lead them into trouble is they just keep going with.
They don't know when to stop.
Yeah.
Like a guy's fight is normally over within a couple seconds.
Yes.
And then it's like, go about your separate ways.
Yes.
But women, once they get started, they like gotta gnaw.
And she was just fucking yelling at me, walking. She's like, "Yeah, I punched you in the face," and everything in me wanted to fucking punch this woman.
At that point, they're equals.
Yeah,
like she's the aggressor, right?
If Trump was in office, I would have did it.
Now, can you sweep the leg?
I could. Oh,
is that because you're not swinging? You're eliminating the threat.
Yeah, I wanted to grab her and shake her. Like maybe I was like, could I have gotten away with like grabbing her by the shoulders?
See, at that point,
her?
she can knee you in the balls, and if she knees you in the balls, then you're going to get stomped.
Then I'm getting dropped.
Yeah.
Then I'm getting dropped.
That's why I like sweeping the leg.
Like think of that all of a sudden, and it looks like Mortal Kombat. I fucking like just
I mean
sweep her fucking.
You just
do.
She
was drunk, so
they'd go down. Right?
She definitely would have went down.
And the crazy thing, women can't really stop their falls. They don't know they're falling until they've already fallen. So that could get dangerous though, because then she wouldn't catch herself at all. I mean, she could just hit square on the
the pavement and have a fucking brain aneurysm and die. I'm in jail right now.
Yeah, that's true. And that's why fights suck, man. Because when you hit someone, you don't know.
Yeah, you never
could
know.
Either one, break your hand, which happens so often.
Yes,
maybe not a full break, but like a sprain, fracture, whatever. Or you don't have any control as to where they fall. If they fall on grass, okay, cool. If they fall on concrete, maybe they die.
And this was right on like the curb.
Right,
so
you hit something sharp.
Yeah, I could have been toast. I'm glad I was actually like, even though I had to walk around with a fucking black eye, and then everyone asks you how you got that black eye, and the problem with me is you could lie and say make up some story that happened.
Yeah, you fell out of bed.
The fucking truth is kind of funny.
It is funny. It's better than a guy hitting you, to be quite honest.
You think?
Only because there's follow-up questions. Like, did he beat your ass? What did you do?
Yeah,
you didn't do anything after he hit you after he punched you in the face. Oh, you are a bitch.
Pussy. Yeah.
But like, if a girl hits you, like, yeah, you should have blocked it. I mean, that would be my natural instinct.
Yeah.
Like to never. Like when somebody gets into your space, they've already crossed the line. To me,
yes.
Like that, like I don't have to wait for you to hit me. When you enter my space, like that is the line cross. And not saying that's when I'm going to swing, but like that's what I know. Like anything can happen. So I'm trying to back up, and if I can't back up, then
back to your situation with at the wine festival.
I burned their faces into my memory. I swear, if I ever see them.
Okay, so you know what. But what would have been the point of no return? You believe, like if he would have took the wine glass,
if he would hit my truck,
and hit
like
your truck,
yeah,
and then, like what did he do after that? Like he just faked it,
yeah,
like pump faked and then walked away.
Yeah, well they were standing on the sidewalks. It was like 2 steps. He came like at my window was down. So if he would have crossed that window threshold, or if he would have actually hit my truck, that would have been it. Because then he's violated the space. Like he's the aggressor. I mean, they were the aggressor from the beginning. Anyway, but still, like, words, like, you can brush them off, even if they're like, they were just fucking, it's like somebody's grandparents, they're shitty grandparents. You know what I mean? For one, like, but two, it was just like, you don't know somebody else's propensity for violence.
Yeah.
And for you to just do that.
And going to a wine festival, it's an effort to get hammered, I feel like, at a wine festival, because they only give you those little glasses.
But you can buy bottles of wine there.
Oh, well, then I think corrected.
I mean,
so,
you have to work to get drunk for free,
yeah, okay.
but you can easily get drunk.
You can just buy a bottle
Yeah.
and drink. Oh, so then it's easy. It's easy.
Yeah, and it was. I tell you, and then my wife gets in the truck. I won't go into this side of the story too much, but she was upset at me because she was all happy drunk, and I wasn't so chipper when she got in the truck. She was like, I'm ruining her fucking vibe.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, are you fucking like I didn't even want to tell her like about that, right? Because it's
but
just
you could tell like your face.
yeah,
said
like
it.
I was like I had like maybe a minute to kind of calm down after they fucking got in their car and left, and I was just like, all right, let me just get home, forget it. Like I'm going out drinking in a like half hour, so like,
Yeah.
it'll be water under the bridge. But like I wasn't like, hey girls, you know what I mean? Like hop in, you know, how was it?
And was it so fun? I could just tell me everything.
Right, because I was anything less than that, you know. She got upset at me.
I'll tell you what, you were probably about 2 minutes then from actually having to fight, because had your wife gone up there,
it would have, yeah.
she would have said something, and
100%. But then I'd be okay, fine.
then you're defending her honor.
Well, yeah,
Or she's defending
I'm trying to
yours.
throw her in the truck and get the fuck out and get out of there. But yeah, but it's just amazing that when like that dude had never fought a day in his life. Like
Yeah.
he's tucked in his fucking shirt into his khakis. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like fucking
He
some
pump fake smashing a glass on your.
and it's probably a plastic glass.
Yeah, and even if it was fucking real glass, it would have ended up. He would have cut it. God, you would have took him definitely, because he would have like.
He was scratching my truck, yeah.
he would scratch your truck, but he would have cut his hand, and like hitting it, and then you're fighting a one-armed man, and then you're fucking definitely winning. You're definitely winning that fight.
Oh,
You're
there
winning that fight 9 times out of 10, my friend.
There's
9
no
times
way,
out of 10.
no way, unless that guy had a gun that he was winning. Zero chance.
He was old.
Huh?
He was like that old. I know you said he was old.
He was old. Like he was so old that I was shocked that they were talking to me. You know, like
You would have broke his fucking hip.
like every dude I ever wanted to hit in my life would have came out in that fist right there. Like that dude, I would have knocked his fucking head off, and I would feel bad about it.
Oh, the next day, did you have that feeling like I should have said this? Like you're in the shower and
No.
then you're thinking, you're like, oh, I should have yelled this at him.
No.
I do that fucking all the time.
No, because there wasn't really an exchange. That was the
There's-
thing. It was like just yelling, "You're an asshole" to me, and then me going, "You fucking talking to me?" And then he's like, "You fucking talking to my wife?" And then he like does his little thing.
Oh, that's so awesome.
Yeah,
So
it was. I wish I would have recorded it because
and that he got that. Yeah, you should get one of those dash cams. Yeah, because think about it. Like in his head, did he get past the point where he was like his wife's yelling and he's like, "Fuck this," she's fucking yelling, and then you yelled back at her, so he had to say something.
Yeah,
to stand up for her honor.
They didn't know my window was down.
Yeah, true.
So because when I leaned over into the pastures, kind of like, "Are you fucking talking to me?" She was like, you know, her eye, you know, she was like, well, you know, but it didn't stop her. But it was definitely, she was like,
oh shit, he heard me.
yeah. And then like that's when like,
God, I love it. I love it. So I would have paid $100 million, $100 billion.
I tell you, if any of my boys were in the car, we probably would have gotten out and swung. We would
got
have been
scrapped.
2-on-1, 2-on-2.
And he would have smashed his hand and had a cut hand. Ooh, you're winning that fight 10 times out of 10. Oh, 2 people against, oh yeah.
But looking back on it, it's like those are like a fire gets lit in you. Like you don't have control. Like I barely was able to. Like if it was somebody else's car, I probably would have gotten out sooner. But like you don't want to abandon your property, right? But
You'd still be in drive. And you get out and you're one of those people that car starts driving away.
Driving in the back. But yeah, it was just, you know, looking back, it's like, that's how that shit happens. Like that's how people end up in jail and they go, man, that was stupid. Like what?
You just see red.
Like what was that over? Zero. There was nothing. Nothing got accomplished. There was no argument, really. It was just drunk people being drunk people.
I know. Right now, they're probably on their podcast talking about they're like, this
Invite me
fucking
on.
asshole in fucking at Bel Air Wine Festival fucking pull up with his big ass truck,
Right.
blocking everybody from getting fucking somewhere.
Right. Oh, God.
Oh, that's so
But
good.
I know exactly what she looks like, and I know exactly what he looks like. And
God.
if I ever run into him again.
You know what we got to do? We got to go to the Bel Air Wine Festival, like look through the pictures on there and see if we see them.
Oh, yeah.
And then
Post.
And then
should've took
you
the
just look at who liked the picture. If it's not like an exorbitant, guaranteed you're going to like your own picture.
Right.
If you're posted in there. And then we got them. Then we're driving to their house.
I'm now angry again, Steve. So I'm going to take a few minutes and
All right.
calm down. That's the angriest episode we've ever had.
Yeah. I'm riled up. I'm ready to punch.
All right, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us. And because since we didn't get to anything we wanted to talk about this week, we got a whole shitload of topics next week.
Yes, we do.
And I'm going to talk all about my time at Country Calling.
Oh, you can't wait. I can't wait to hear that.
And I'll tease next week. It's a Japanese game show.
Yeah, that's all you need to say.
All right, everybody. I'm Jim.
I'm Steve.
And we will see you next week.